Sagittarius, Taurus, or Life Path 5. So this is the part where people have been asking me, Steve, will you keep channeling and do the stuff that you used to do of remote viewing? So we did one for Scorpio, and now we're kind of doing one for you. But don't forget that I still, Alchemy or Natalie, don't forget that I still do this, the numerology parts, which is Life Path 5, Sag or Taurus, okay? So you can watch it of either of those placements. These are your channel messages of remote viewing. Okay, so your song that came up was, all this love has been in vain. Ooh, in you I'm lost, in you I'm lost. So Virgo, so something to do with Virgo. And all this love, something to do around a Gemini, okay, Gemini, is lost, has been in vain. So for a lot of you, you've been going through or are going through a breakup and separation with someone, and all of the time and effort that you've put into them, it's just been in vain, okay, and in you, I'm lost because I'm just lost without you, and I can't seem to cope or live without you in my life. Some of you could be going through grief or the name Griffin or G. Anybody's got G in the name. But grief, you have to excuse me because I'm dyslexic. But like it's kind of like this widow type sort of grieving the loss of a loved one or an animal or something like that. I'm definitely picking up like an animal, a dog or a cat. And I'm still grieving the loss of something or someone, thing. You may be dealing with like a Stephen or Steve, King, Lion, Leo. So it could be a, so what have we got? Virgo, Gemini, and Leo energy here. So grieving the loss. In you, I'm lost. I can't seem to live without you. I don't know what I'm going to do now because I'm single, I'm kind of on my own, blah, blah, blah. Now, if you are with someone, there just feels like this grieving something, or definitely hearing stealing, like the loss. Like, it feels like someone may have stole some money or stole someone else's husband or wife or boyfriend, and you stole it from me. Stole it from me. There's a Steve energy here. But you took my job, you took my money, you took everything from me, and now I have nothing left. Right? Now, like I said, you can relate this to whatever is relativity, the theory of relativity. Anyway, you took my energy away. Wow, I really am kind of picking up like a grieving loss, and in you I'm lost, in you I'm lost. Like I'm lost without you. I don't know what to do with myself. Oh, wow. Sagittarius, well, Taurus or Life Path 5, but in you I'm lost. Anything else? I can't see myself. I can't see myself with anyone else. See myself with anyone else. Anyone else? Can't see myself with anyone else apart from you. So someone here, or Alchemy or Natalie, but it's like someone cannot move on. Like they just can't seem to let go of the thought that this could be a marriage or a commitment, but I just can't seem to get past that point of no return. Like I just keep returning back to the same energy like Marty McFly. Okay, like Back to the Future. Some of you may still be, or this person is like in contact with like Jodie or Foster, but like in contact with someone from the past. And the more you keep communicating, the more it keeps bringing up all of these memories of like, I just can't seem to stay away from you, but I also don't want to be with you either, right? And because I don't want to be with you, but I also don't want to be without you, I'm kind of lost with you and without you. And I mean, does that ring a bell, John? But does that ring a bell without you? Like, it's like not having a job, for instance, right? And I don't want a job, but I do want a job, but I'm lost without money, and I don't know what to do without it, right? Some of you, they're saying that you may lose your benefits here. Benefits. Now, here, if you're like retired or anything like that, and you work when you're retired, you lose your pension. Okay, so I'm picking up for elderly people here. Pension. If people have like a pension scheme, and they don't have to work anymore, they're over the age of working, and they get a pension. If you actually have a job, you can't declare it. So you, or the name Claire, what's her name, Claire? But you can't declare it, so you either have to decide to go back to work and lose your pension, okay, or keep your pension but lose your job, right? And all of your messages feel like that I'm damned if I do or and damned if I don't, right? So if I go to work, I'm going to lose my child benefit, for instance. If I lose my child, then, I mean, are some of you like, I don't know, where someone around you is very ill or like worried and paranoid that you might lose someone or might lose a job and stuff, and or the name Rob or Robin or Robertson, okay, but like it's this Libra or Life Path 2 energy maybe here. We've got like a Libra vibe here of like I'm stuck. Like, say, for instance, because I'm also picking up messages for people that have got children and they can't find work, right? Some of your stuff here seems to be about work. But, like, I can't seem to get a job because I've got children. I can't afford a babysitter or a, what do you call it, where you drop the kids off at play school or whatever, and then, you know, you have to go to work and then you have to come back and leave at a certain time because I've got children. And then it's like, because of that, I can't find a job. And because of that, I can't get rid of my kids. I can't put them in any kind of daycare center because that's too much money. And then all I have really left is just the fact that I just have to sit at home and bear it out. And I can't get through, or I can't seem to get over the bare minimum, right? The name Benjamin or Ben, or bare minimum. So, or my mum, something about an illness of a mum. This could be actually happening to your mother. Like if you're watching, don't forget Sag, Taurus, Life Path 5 people. Anywhere in anybody's chart, Sun, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, North Node, right? But bare minimal. And it could be happening to one's mother. Okay. So like you're watching, you've got a mum, she's kind of going through this kind of stuff here, right? But because whatever it feels like, you can't seem to get on with this person. Like, I just cannot seem to get on the same page. Like, you know, we're always just turning the book of a new chapter, but the chapter just keeps, or the name Chapman. Okay, Steve Chapman. Actually, I know Steve Chapman, and he's actually very ill at this moment. So, yeah, there's like this grieving or loss, or like, I don't know how I'm going to cope on my own, or like if there's an illness, I don't know how I'm going to do this alone on my own, right? I'm home alone, Macaulay Culkin, but like I'm Nicole, but I'm home on my own. I don't know how to cope. I don't know what I'm going to do. I may not have a job. I may have children, and I can't cope with not having money because the benefit money is not enough. Ooh, shit. Some of you, it's involving the children that you've got, but there's this loss of job. Like, if I lose my job, I lose everything. Because it's a fear of it being taken. Like children, like, I mean, are you going for like a divorce settlement or something here, Sagittarius? Life Path 5 or Taurus? But like you're going through a divorce settlement, and this is all court related stuff, and you don't know the outcome yet, and you're just worried sick. On the sick, see, there's something to do with around illness and sick. Well, watch the Scorpio, Life Path 4, Scorpio, Aries, but Scorpio it's called, reading. Because there was something to do around scan, brain scan, and so on and so forth here. I'm sick and to death, Scorpio, of worrying. Worry, wart. Like, I don't know, it's bringing me out in acne. I'm worried about what I may look like. I mean, I can't kind of get over the message, Sagittarius, because they just keep ramming it home to me, or the name Raymond, or Raymond, or Rachel, or Richard Evans, Barry Tina. Rat. Something to do with rat. Rat bite. Rachel. I don't know, because for some of this, right, if I'm honest, I keep picking up that this is a couple that have tried to make things happen so many different times over and 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 over until it's like a scratch bloody record, right? And nothing has ever changed. Scorpio, 4. Or Aries, right? But all Life Path 4. But nothing has ever changed. It's always been the same. But the parting ways permanently is possibly where what you're doing is you're not finalizing the staying away from each other. Where you possibly, for some of you, you can't. Because this is yours or their ex. And you've got children together. And you just can't part ways because the children keep you together. But because of that fact, there's still a lot of this, why the fuck do you not stop tormenting me and just leave me the hell alone and go your own way and stop causing so much trouble and hassle? Why do you keep doing that? Well, the name Russell Grant? Grant money. Ed Grant. See, grant money here is like money. It's like involving money, and it's involving children's schooling and stuff like that. But I really do keep picking up that there's two people of an ex, and they're both exes, right? And you've got a go-between of like the children, right? Alexander, I'm keeping up Alexander. Alexander. But I like the children are like this go in between of like listening to the father and then listening to the mother and listening to like Melissa or Melissa, Maria, Michael. But like there's a closed casket here also. Like they're trying to get me to look at this being a bed with my ex. Going to bed with my ex. So is this where an ex keeps reaching out to some of you, keeps saying, do you want to go to bed? You're like, no, I don't want to go to bed. Like, would you want a one-night stand? Right? Do you want a one-night stand? Do you want to go to bed? And that's the only time that they kind of contact you. It's like, is that it? Like, that's the only thing that you want from me is this, you want to go to bed, you want a one-night stand. I think I'm getting to the point of what these messages are they're trying to say. For a lot of you, you're still in contact with like this ex, right? And you come together over me. Scorpio is in that reading. But you come together only on the terms when somebody says, how you doing? You're like, yeah, no, I'm all right. What have you been up to? Well, same sort of shit, really. What do you want? No, I just thought I'd reach out. Yeah, you've got more of a motive than that. So you start talking, and then all of a sudden they say, do you want to go to bed? You're like, no, I don't want sex. We're not seeing each other anymore. Is that all you reached out? Is that the only reason you reached out to me? Is because that's all you want? And you're like, well, I thought that we could, because I'm not seeing anyone. And are you seeing anyone? No. So because neither of us seeing each other, but we can't actually get on with one another in a relationship, why don't we just like, get it on? And you're like, well, no, that's not what I want. I want a relationship with you. And you're like, yeah, but we've tried that time and time and time again. We've gone over it so many different times. Yeah, but the only reason you ever seem to contact me is when you want to go, when you want sex, when you want to go to bed. That's the only time you ever want to communicate with me. Is that all you think of me? You're like, well, no, sweetheart, kind of, but no. Like, you're like, yeah, really, like, it is. And you're like, and it's this, like, unable to kind of, Cain and Abel, something to do with Gemini. We've already gone over Gemini. Ableton, the name Ableton. Able table. Something about a table with Gemini on it. Really? There's a Gemini on the table. What is that? Hold on a minute. So they get me to draw this table, right? I can see a table here. And on this table is a Gemini. So do you do like massage therapy or putting someone on a pedestal? I'm also picking this up as an organ of music as well, for some reason, like it's a piano. So let's kind of go. So at the moment, I don't know what this is of putting a Gemini on a pedestal, right? Like maybe massage or something like that, like giving you a massage. So some of you may do that for a living. But then all of a sudden, this table turns into a piano. A piano. So you're into like music, playing the keyboard or a piano, for a lot of you, or the name Keanu or Reeves. Okay. But, so is there a Gemini here that plays music or a piano? I don't know why that is very relevant. I'm also picking up stroke for some reason. Stoke on Trent. That's Britain. Brittany? Steers? Gavin? Stoke on Trent. Anyway, where are we going with this? So yeah, there's like this peach, like, like you only want me for my peaches, unless your name is Peaches. But like, you only contact me when you want to put the money in the slot here, and that's it. That's the only time you ever seem to contact me is when you want to stick the rat in the drain pipe. Yeah. Right. What else have we got here for Sagittarius? So yeah, to go over it again, Sagittarius or Jen, but like NGen number 7 or 9, Virgo or Life Path 7 Cancerian. But like we just keep going over the same old story, right? Jackie, Jackson, and you keep communicating, or you're. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Oh yes it is. It's been too hard living, but I'm afraid to die. I think I'm able beyond the sky. It's been a long time coming. I don't know why I'm picking up like tables and chairs here. Like they want me to like draw loads of these tables and all of these chairs here. Gather around, Gavin. Some of you may be going to church or something here, but this is like a Gemini on this podium, right? There's like a podium here with center stage. Okay, center stage, playing a song or a dance or just making I don't know, whatever, music. And there's these like little boxes here, all these little boxes. Some of you could be working out. Like these are all like step 1, 2, step 1, 2, step 1, 2, 3. And this is music that's kind of coming out from here. And you're all at a class, like a classroom. Because it's either a fitness class or it's at school, like at school. Brooks. That came up in books. You're right, but that came up in Scorpio reading. So these are like, this is like at school, like music school, or a music teacher, or someone that's very strict, or something like that. Here, these are all stalls that are kind of focusing upon this one energy with Gemini in it. This Gemini, though, is a 6. So it can have Capricorn placements, Gemini, or life path 6, right there. And this person here is teaching these people either music, at music school, Ebony and Ivory. Ebony, Evie, Ev, Kev, and then Kevin or Kev, Evie. Anyway, there just seems to be a lot of loss in your grieving, worrying, stressing. EE. For some reason, I'm picking up like EE. So EE here is an internet provider. So are you struggling to pay the internet bills? Struggling to pay like the bills and stuff and worrying about the internet here, or Annette? But like EE. EE from Stoke-on-Trent. Leo. What is this to do with, Spirit? Is this to do with someone that keeps asking someone to pay their bills? Like, I need you to pay my bills. And you've gone your separate ways, but there's still this interaction via communication of like EE. Okay. Internet provider in Britain. And we keep interacting, and there's this energy of possible just like one night stand and sex, and that's kind of like, you know, is that it? And wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, and that'll do, Pam, right? And then some of you, like, there's this, every time we communicate, do I have to go back to the beginning and start getting over it? And then when I'm over it, you come back again, like Peter and Paul. And then you fly away, Peter, and you fly away, Paul. Come back, Peter, come back, Paul. Right, unless your name is Peter and Paul. But, you know, and you're not giving yourselves time in order to be able to physically move on from one another. Now, also, I don't know why, but they're getting me to turn this into like a specimen tin, like where you put drops of something, drops of Jupiter. But like, I don't know, like a scientist or putting drops in a drink. The fuck is that? Like, I'm putting stuff in this hole. Is like, are you burying someone here? Like, we're going to have to dig a hole up or bury this hole. You had this a long time ago, Sagittarius. If you go back and watch my readings when I was channeling for you, we had this thing for Sagittarius was about the loss of an animal, of a dog or a cat. And that just physically came up in the Scorpio reading, right here, where I said about burying a dog or a cat. Okay, so because that came up in that one, your reading a long time ago was about this dog or cat being buried in this hole in a bed. And I think I said dead in a bed. Ted, the name Ted, or Teddy in a bed. Like my child. Wow, what on earth is that? Someone buried their young child here. Like this is a very young energy. Someone that's really not very old at all. And because this is like a cot death. Someone that died of cot death. You've heard of that in other countries, what that may mean, right? Like very young children that they die of cot death at a very young age. So I am kind of picking that up for somebody here, that what is in this hole is this bedding, or it's a very young energy, like it's really not very old at all, like a child. Like, and I'm grieving the loss, like I may have had an abortion, because this can be something that is like still in the womb. Like it's in the womb and it's not been born yet. And it's like a stillborn energy here. Stillborn, cot death, cot with my ex. Ooh, the plot thickens. Has some of you here slept with an ex? Or somebody here has slept with an ex, and they got someone pregnant here. And because they got them pregnant, because there's either like fighting over a child or like putting them in the middle of something, right? Where this might not be death, but it's putting them in the middle while there's loads of chaos going on around this child. It's because of maybe you and your ex keep fighting over this child and going to court. So that might be one thing. But I'm kind of picking up a message here where somebody has done or ends up pregnant that has to have an abortion because they've slept with someone outside of something and someone's ended up pregnant. So they end up having to say, I don't want this child. Like, I don't want it. Like, I don't want the child. Excuse me, I just farted. Something very strange going on around this, because this spirit's getting me to draw all of these arrows, right? Focusing on the center of attention and the center of this here. And the center of that is this bed and the cot, right? So it's like, I don't know if you're worried that someone slept with someone, or there's a pregnancy, or there's children all involved with like fucking chaos going on everywhere around them, because it's involving family and children and ex-husbands and wives and shit. And it's all kind of like circling, like of all of these people that are like, and they're all around everybody and focusing on like this one energy of here. Here. So this is either a womb, okay, might be a life path 3 or Pisces, maybe. Life path 3 or Pisces, because it's like the world energy, right? And people all focusing on this world card. And inside of that now that did come up in Scorpio reading where I said yo-yo knickers. That was the first message, I think. But it all seems to be focusing around someone's bed, right? And the loss of someone that may have died in a bed, or like a child or something. And there's 3 people in here. 3 people in there? There's 3 of them in here. Really? There's 3 people in here, in this hole. Triplets? Is this 3 children or the 3 bears? There are 3 now that have been buried in this hole. Evidence that proves there are 3 people or 3 things in this hole. What is that going on? That's not some sort of like worldly conspiracy thing that I figured out before, where people said, Steve, you're channeling These children that are underneath the ground. Right, I don't know what goes on the news because I don't watch it, but they're saying now that there are 3 cases of something going on inside of this hole. 3 things. But we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 arrows. So that means 5, which is Sag, or witches. I don't know. I don't believe in witchcraft, but could be some sort of like satanic ritual or something shit going on up in here. Sag and Taurus, because there is also 5. So 5, 6, 7, 8. Leo, Aquarian. It's like you are pointing out all of these things, Sagittarius, right? You may be pointing out a lot of mistakes about someone. This could just be like me, for instance, right? I sit in my room all the time here, right? On my bed. That is where I am now, literally, right? On my bed. And all the focus is on me at the moment because I am doing this reading. But I do this a lot here because I don't get on with the people out here, right? Mother, don't worry about that. But like, I don't like when I'm in here. When I go out here, like, it's, oh, where have you been? Where you going? What you doing? What you eating? What you're not eating? Your hair looks long. You need to shave. You need to do this. You need to do that. Blah, blah, blah. Stop focusing on me, goddammit. I don't need all this shit in my hair, right? Just fucking stop focusing on me. And would you please just focus on yourself, right? Stop, keep worrying about what I'm doing, where I'm going. Like, am I going to get lost? Am I going to fucking die? Like, please, for God's sake, stop focusing on me. Because I am so sick to death of, like, your eyes just beading on me every time I walk out my door. Like, oh, where are you going? Where are you doing? What are you going? Where are you doing? What's this? What's that? Just leave me alone. Right? And that can be at home, like, where you just can't move. And, like, these are prey, like fucking crows all coming around, like, circling around like fucking prey. Yeah, like, what's going on in there, right? I'm so curious about what's happening in here that I'm forgetting my own life. I'm just more worried about what they're doing, what he's doing, what she's doing, other than my own life, what's going on around here. Some of you could have overdone it. Like, you're so focused on someone else that you forgot yourself. Like, you forgot to prioritize your own stuff. Right? Or this person is like, I mean, I have a very obsessive mother, I do. She's a life path 4 with Taurus in her chart. And it's like that. Like, you can't breathe or move or do anything without being asked what you're doing, where you're going. Don't forget this food is in the fridge. This has got this date on it and it goes off in a week. I just thought I'd tell you. Well, I don't need to know that. Why are you telling me what I've bought? I know what I've bought because I fucking bought it. So why tell me what I've bought? Oh, I'm just, yeah. The next day, it's like, don't forget that's got 3 days before it goes, oh, Jesus Christ, man. Do you know how many peanuts are in my shit? Like, you know, like that feeling of like, Jesus Christ, man, am I so sick to death of, like, just that. Right. Sagittarius, Taurus for low path 5. Now, I will tell you, if this is you doing this to someone, then please stop it, because they're feeling uncomfortable. They're feeling like, you know, they don't want that attention. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I'm going to stick with that. So there's your psychic tarot visionary stuff. This is vital, Sagittarius. Please let me know. Did any of this relate to you whatsoever, Trevor? In the comment section, please leave a like, because you guys have really helped everybody that I've been asking now. Because a lot of people thought, oh, I didn't even realize I had to do that. Since you guys have been leaving a like and they've been getting up to 300 to 400 likes and people have been commenting, the channel has gained 500 subscribers just within like a week. So what my aim is to be able to, because I'm not working anymore, so I'm out of a job. So I'm hoping to do this full time, and I'm hoping to be able to do it so I don't have to worry about doing this and that and blah, 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 and putting it on different websites and not building the channel. I'd rather be able to do it all for free and YouTube pay me. But the only way we can get there is by your help, is by liking, commenting. And if you haven't subscribed yet and you're one of the 85% of people that don't, please can you just like make a channel of YouTube and just please like the channel, right? It doesn't take long in order to do that. And if you've got a channel and you haven't subscribed, then please do so, because it really does help me out. Okay, we're very diverse on this channel. We do some weird shit. So, yeah, let me know. Did it relate to you in the comment section? Now, if you want a personal reading, you can reach out from below. My personal Facebook page is where I do most of my clients and work, because I can kind of do things on the internet, just say, look, I'm doing cheap readings at the moment. Just grab it while it's hot, because it'll only be from one day. Okay, work it while it's hot. Work it while it's hot. Or it's just reach out and just say, Steve, how much are your readings? One-on-one or recorded video. But Facebook is the place, really. Okay, if you want to, the join button is open. You get a load of stuff over there free. There's loads of teaching videos, channeling videos, how I did it, how I done it. Loads of stuff, man. And you get that $2 or $3 per month. And it's just a way of saying, Steve, thank you so much for your time. I'm just going to join and just stay on there for a while, just so you can get a little bit of something. Okay? So thanks very much, guys. Really do appreciate it. There is your channel messages. And I will see you soon.